Hey, it's Pete here, and today I wanted to explain 5 ways that you can actually improve your bridge memory. So most bridge players struggle to remember the cards after they've actually played them, and there's no way that they could remember most of the hands that they played in a single session. Whereas top players usually have a pretty good job at remembering most, if not all, of the hands that they actually played during a session of bridge, even though they might not have good memories outside of bridge. So today I wanted to go through 5 different ways that we can actually improve it and help you remember this. So number 5 is make a prediction. So let's jump in and look at a hand. So what do I mean by make a prediction? Is I want to have a prediction of what shape the hands are. So here we've got 1 diamond from east, 1 spade, 2 spades, 3 diamonds, 4 spades. So we pick a hidden hand, just one of them, and have a prediction of what their hand shape actually is. Now, you don't need to be right, but what you have to do is make a prediction and then just check it along the way. And main thing, be specific about it. So here, West opened a spade, and then got a raise, then bid 3 diamonds, which was a long suit trial, and then 4 spades. So West has 4 or 5 spades, they got 3 or 4 diamonds. Okay, so let's go for predictions. I think my partner would have led a singleton diamond, so I think West has 3 diamonds only. So I'm going to guess that they've got 5 diamonds, 3 hearts, 5 spades, 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, and 2 clubs. So we'll go with 5, 3, 3, 2. And all we have to do is check it along the way. And by making a prediction, what you find is it's easier to remember, and you pay attention and you start focusing in on it. So king of clubs and a diamond. Okay. Got 1 spade, 2 rounds of spades, another club. So everything's still consistent here. Partner's still got spades. So my partner's shown up with 3 spades. If I see another spade from my partner, my prediction's not quite correct. Okay. Okay, 3 hearts. And there's a diamond. Okay, so my prediction's not right. So firstly, my partner trumped in with a diamond there, which means they did only have 1 diamond. And they also had an extra spade. So it looks like my partner had 4 spades, 3 clubs, 1 diamond, and 5 hearts. And I was making a prediction about West. So they had 4 spades, 3 hearts, 4 diamonds, and 2 clubs. So by making a prediction, you can sort of really focus in and see that you can get the hand shape by there, because it sort of draws your attention. Now this one wasn't so easy because they kept chopping and changing suits, but because I had that prediction and I was trying to work from that to see if it was right, it helped me try and remember the hand and get the shape of it. So number 5 was make a prediction about the shape, and just be specific. It doesn't matter that your prediction's wrong or not. You want it to be remotely close, but then you try and check it along the way. Alright, so number 4 is plan the play, but instead of saying plan the play, draw trumps, say like plan the play with drawing trumps in 3 rounds, hoping that this is 3-2, and roughing in the 3rd round of diamonds, and sort of giving like trick counts, so how many tricks are going to go before you have to do something, because that helps you focus on how many rounds of the play actually went. So let's jump in and look at a hand. So this can be done as declarer and also as defender. Most people don't make plans on defense, but you can actually do that as well. But we'll look at one as declarer for now. So here I'll open a no trump, and we buy it there. So I've got 2 spade tricks, 2 heart tricks, and I want to set up diamonds. It looks like I want to finesse diamonds. So the best way, what I want to do is I want to finesse diamonds to the jack. If that forces out the ace, that's good. And I'm hoping diamonds are 3-2. 4 hearts makes it look like hearts are 4-2, and we don't know what's going on in spades. But straight away I've made a prediction in my plan about the hearts and the diamonds, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to win the king of hearts, diamond towards the jack, and see what that loses to. This is the first main juncture in my plan, and I'm expecting it to go jack to the ace, or at least hoping that's what it goes, and I'm hoping diamonds are 3-2. Okay. Alright, so here, because I made sort of another sort of prediction or expectation about the hand, I now remember that my finesse failed. Because I didn't say I was going to take a finesse diamond to the jack, I said I wanted it to go diamond to the jack and ace, and now I remember that West actually showed up with the queen here. So I'll win, and I want diamonds to be 3-2. Okay, so diamonds are 3-2, and because of this I can remember that a bit more. So I'll win and just take my diamonds at this stage. And I could get greedy here, I could cash, I could play a club up. I don't think the opponents have enough tricks, so let's try and guess clubs. I might go one down. But got the club, and yeah, well, I did that because I noticed that they pitched lots of clubs, so I didn't think they had enough winners. But they might have if I misguessed. Okay, so here what I know is diamonds were 3-2. West had the ace queen of diamonds, but mainly I remember that they had the queen. Hearts broke 4-3, and they pitched a bunch of clubs. But what I was doing here was I made a prediction in the plan that I was going to finesse diamonds, and that the diamonds were 3-2. And here I realized that my finesse was wrong, but the diamonds were 3-2. So again, I was sort of making a prediction in the plan and using sort of trick, like estimating how many tricks we were going to get or what tricks we were going to take. So here, by making a plan and putting a bit more detail about if your finesses are going to work or what you're going to do, just a little bit more detail in it, helps you remember the hand. And as we can see here, hearts were 4-3 and the queen of diamonds was offside, diamonds were 3-2. And I'm sort of building this picture about the hand this way. Okay, now on to number 3. So this one I call sort of grouping or chunking. So when trying to remember things, if I gave you like a phone number and listed off 10 digits of a phone number, it's really hard to remember all 10 digits of that phone number. But if you put it in blocks of 4 and 3 and 3, then it's a lot easier to remember that phone number. So you can do the same in bridge, which is when you're playing a hand, think of it not as we played a club, then a club, then a club, but group all of those same suits together. So as long as the opponents or you keep playing the same suit, group it and then remember how many of that you actually played. So we're sort of compressing it down by combining the bridge into smaller amounts of tricks. Anyway, let's jump straight in and see what we can do. So club, a heart, a spade, and no trump all pass. And we get a low spade lead. So 2 of spades, looks like spades are 4-4-3-2. So here, looks like it's best to win. Switch to clubs. Ace doesn't have good clubs here. So we'll play a club. So we played 1 round of spades and then switched. Ooh, partner has good clubs. Okay, that's good. Partner clubs broke. Alright, so we played 5 rounds of clubs now. So it's gone 1 spade and then 5 rounds of clubs. And now we have to work out what to do. I'm going to go... I've got hearts. I'll go back to spades. Okay, so we went spade, and now we're on to the hearts. Diamonds. So we're chopping and changing here. And hearts. They're really like not making this group together particularly well. And then 2 rounds of spades. And then a diamond. Okay, so even though we were trying to group this together and put it into chunks, it was actually pretty hard because afterwards we chopped and changed heaps. But even remembering that helps. So the way this play actually went is it went spade to the ace and then 5 rounds of clubs. And then it went spade, heart, diamond, heart, spade, and then a red card, I think. So let's check out how we went. So 1 round of spades, 5 rounds of clubs. Then I played a spade. And then it went heart, diamond, heart, spade, and yeah, let's see how we go. So spade, and 5 rounds of clubs. And now a spade, yep. Then a heart, then a diamond, then a heart, then a spade. 2 rounds of spades. So I got it slightly wrong there because I forgot to group that right at the end, that 2 rounds of spades. But I got it in my mind that they kept chopping and changing almost all the time. But you can see that we got how the play went reasonably accurately on a pretty tricky hand where they changed what suit they played so many times. So what we want to do here is sort of group it together. And notice by saying 1 round of spades and then 5 rounds of clubs, we've compressed half the hand into 2 things. And then it got really tricky, and then there was about 5 more other ones, and I lost it a little bit. But to the main point, we compressed at least the first half of the hand and could remember that pretty well. And you can remember the play here, and it's just like trying to remember phone calls. Put it into blocks that you can actually memorize rather than saying it went spade to the ace, club to the queen, ace of clubs, club, 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 and thinking like that. But 1 round of spades, 5 rounds of clubs actually helps you remember the hand. So that was number 3, which was grouping or chunking. So number 2, and I think this one's really, really important, is there are some points of the hands which are really important, which is focusing when people show out in a suit. So as soon as someone shows out in a suit, you want to stop and work out how many other people have, and it's really relevant here. And by when people, I mean hidden hands. So if a hidden hand shows out, stop, work out how many they started with, what does that give the other person, and this is just sort of like focal points along the hand that you really want to pay attention to. And to work out how many they actually had, use your hand as a reference. Remember your starting hand and then go from there. So let's jump into it. And here I have a 4-2-5-2. So we're going to remember 4-2-5-2. So I'll just pass. And a diamond will pass. Okay. And dummy is a 4-3-3 on spades. So these are 2 relevant ones that you can use as reference. And why I do this is when I see an opponent show out, I look at how many cards I had at the start of that trick and then go, okay, so then they have this many. So let's go from here. Spade, ace, and then queen of clubs. Another club. Okay, so let's stop. This was an important one, and West showed out. They roughed in, whereas no one else was doing that. That was the second round of clubs. They only have 1 if they showed out there, and I started with 2. So right away, we know that West has 1 club. Now, I had 2, and there are still 2 there in dummy, so dummy had 4 clubs. 4 clubs. And so clubs are 4, 2, 1, 6. So we now know that North has 6 clubs. And chose not to bid. Interesting. So ace of diamonds, and no one showed out there. Another heart. Still no one's showing out. And now someone showed out. Okay, so my partner showed out here. And what we know is this is the 3rd round of spades. I'm going to be down to 1. I started with 4 spades. So my partner had 2 spades, and spades were 3, 4, 4, 2. So we now know West has 4 spades and 1 club. And my partner's got 2 spades and 6 clubs. Okay, and let that go. And they roughed in. Alright, and here's another one. This is the 3rd one that's important. You only actually need to work out 3 of them, because after you worked out 3, you can work out 4 of them. So my partner showed out here, and this is the 2nd round of diamonds. There's been some trumping in, but I still have 4 diamonds, and this is the 2nd round that they have played, and I started with 5, remembering that I had a 4-2-5-2 shape. So my partner has 1 diamond, 2 spades, 6 clubs, and 4 hearts. Now, that gives the West hand, I could work that out as well. They started with Dummy had a 4-3-3. I had a 5-2-4-2. 4-2-5-2. So West had 5 diamonds, 4 spades, 1 club, and 3 hearts. I think. Alright, so we'll just rough in, draw a trump, and heart. So let's see how we did. But 4-4-1, 2-4-1-6, got my partner's hand shape right. Yeah, I thought West had 5 diamonds. But as you can see, focusing in on those small points, they're the critical junctures where you can work out a lot about the missing hands, and this is what you want to do. So stop and plan, focus in on those points, and it's really, really relevant to trying to build a picture of the missing hands, and then you can remember what was happening. Here I was starting to work on West, but then swapped over to my partner because they showed out more, and I could build their hand shape, and then trying to swap it back over to their hand was pretty tricky. So number 2 was, when people show out, focus in and try and remember it. These are important points. So work out what was my hand shape, how many did they have, and then what did that give the other hand. So really relevant to try and do that. Okay, and then number 1, and probably my favorite one of all, is give meaning to the cards. So what do I mean by this is every single card has some sort of meaning behind it. If they lead a low card, they like it. If they put on the ace, maybe they've led from ace king, or if they were led to, they don't have a king. And maybe they discarded a low card and it's low in courage, or things like this. You want to try and build a picture. So build a picture of the missing hands based on what they do, or trying to tell a story. Our brains are designed to try and remember stories rather than it went 3 to the ace. But if you try and convey meaning or build a picture about the missing hands behind the hidden meaning behind the cards, then you can help remember it a lot better. So let's jump in, see how we can do this. So pass, a diamond, a spade, double, 2 spades, 3 diamonds, pass, 3 no trumps. Okay. So we'll lead a spade. Okay, so let's stop here and give the meaning to the card. So it went 5 of spades, 6, ace. And now, what does the ace mean? It means that East does not have the king. North does not have the king. So we now know East has the king of spades. Okay, and my partner returned the 8 of spades. So what does that tell me? Is that should be that they don't like the spade suit. So from probably ace-8 fifth, which means East has king-jack. Or king-queen. We're missing king-queen-jack. So my partner doesn't want me to continue spades, so they don't have a good spade suit here. So let's put it on the 10 and try and work out what we want to do from here. So I've gone spade to the ace, and I know East has the king. And then my partner says, don't return a spade, because they returned a highish spade. And I won there. So now we have to find out what we want to do. And let's try a diamond. Okay, so I went diamond, 8, 10, king. Alright, so they didn't try and finesse, and they won the king. So maybe they would have tried to finesse if they didn't. So I'm going to guess East has a singleton king here. King of spades. Now, why would you do that? Either you've got all the good spades, or dummy's going to be good pretty soon. So maybe they don't have the clubs, and they think that the diamonds are going to be up. Okay, so notice here I guessed that East had singleton king, but I was wrong. But now, because I associated meaning to it, and now I can remember that that didn't actually happen. And it's all about sort of making predictions and seeing how they actually go. Okay, so diamonds were 3-3. Okay, queen of spades. So my partner did have a top spade, but notice here I made a guess that East didn't have good spades. My partner didn't have good spades because they returned the 8. And then East cashed the king. That's kind of like pretty bad play. Okay, and now my partner played the 9 of hearts, so my partner doesn't like hearts, so East probably has the Queen Jack of hearts. And we'll discard there. And if East has the Ace of clubs, that's all. I've got the rest, so let's pitch that. Could have countered that, but yeah. My partner chose to play me for that. So here, what happened? It went spade to the ace, and spade, and I won the 10. Okay, and I thought my partner didn't have good spades, and then I switched to a diamond and they didn't finesse, or at least they didn't finesse the queen. They actually finessed the 9, I think. And then my declarer won and cashed the king of spades, which seemed like a really bad mistake. So I was trying to work out why they did that, and the meaning I gave it was good spades, but I think the meaning was they stuffed up here. And now they returned another diamond. They were hoping that the diamonds were just going to come in, was the real meaning, because they were out of entries to their hand. So they were hoping for like 6 diamonds, a spade, and a heart. Or that the queen of spades would drop. Anyway, they played a diamond, and then my partner won the queen eventually, cashed the spades, and then we played the 8 of hearts, so I placed East with the Queen Jack. And then they ran all the diamonds, and my partner threw their clubs, whereas I threw my King of Hearts to try and guarantee it, but let their 4 of Hearts win the final trick. And here, just by giving some meaning to it, we can see that we got the play pretty spot on here. So spade, spade, and a diamond through. Cash the king of spades, and then a diamond back, and my partner won the queen of diamonds eventually, and now queen of spades and a spade. And they exited a top heart, they got their diamonds, and I threw the wrong thing away because I didn't count my partner's hearts, but we got the play right, an ace of clubs and then a heart. So by giving meaning, we can actually remember the hand a lot better. This is like my favorite thing to do, but it's really good to combine all 5 of these. And then that can really help your memory. And it's not something that's going to happen straight away, but something that you have to work at. So just a quick recap. Number 5, make a prediction about the shape at the start of the hand, and then try and check if the shape's right. Number 4 was plan the play, but also add some sort of shape definition into it, or what you actually expect to work. So I expect to take this finesse and win and do this. When it doesn't, you actually remember it again. Number 3 was sort of grouping or chunking, combining all the tricks into like groups. So we played 1 spade, then 5 rounds of clubs, and then it went heart, diamond, heart, 2 rounds of spades, and then another diamond. So I can remember that hand now because I was trying to group it so much. And then number 2 is when people show out. So the hand where we were talking about people showing out was when my partner had 6 clubs and 4 hearts, 2 spades, and a singleton diamond. Just because I took some time to work out when people were showing out and what their hand shape actually was. And then finally, give meaning to the cards. It went spade to the ace. My partner doesn't have the king. They returned the 8 of spades, which they wouldn't do from Queen Jack, so declarer's got another spade on her. And then I switched to diamonds and they didn't finesse straight away, or didn't take what I thought was a finesse, so I thought maybe singleton king. Turns out that it looked like they were finessing the 10 of diamonds as well. And then they cashed their top spade, which seemed weird, but I guess they had no more entries to their hand. Which meant that my partner actually had the ace of clubs when I came to think about it. And then you can build this picture about the hand and remember these 5 hands based on each of those different techniques. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this lesson on 5 ways to improve your bridge memory. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.